Almost every lesbian has a horror story of an encounter that she has had with a straight girl. The reason why we as lesbians have at least once in our life experienced a very awful incident with a heterosexual female or a straight girl is because, well, for one, most heterosexual females, they think that all lesbians want them, and they think that all lesbians are desperate for straight girls. And because they believe in their own delusion, they create a lot of drama with lesbians. And I'm titling this video message, "When Straight Girls Say Lesbians Are Disgusting," or how straight girls demonize lesbians. Stay tuned throughout the entire video message. I'm going to break it down for you today. I am Giselle Wallace, certified gay life coach and author. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share this video message. And when you subscribe, you are welcome to press the join button and become a member of the Premium Tribe. I provide content and resources for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and LGBTQ+ people that is not for the public. And press the super thanks button. Donate to the YouTube channel. I really appreciate you. Also follow me on my social media. My handle is @GiselleWallace. Thank you so much. When straight girls say lesbians are disgusting, they really don't have any proof. And they don't have a valid reason to support their statement that lesbians are disgusting. Why would a straight girl think that lesbians are disgusting? As I mentioned, if not all lesbians, the majority of lesbians have at least experienced one very, very negative encounter with a heterosexual woman. A lot of lesbians are very wary of their dealings with straight women because they're often judged before they even are known. And what I mean by that is, if a straight girl finds out that a woman is a lesbian, she immediately cuts her off. She will criticize her, and or she may try to antagonize her. And this is why lesbians can be very distant when it comes to straight girls. I do want to mention that there are some lesbians who will chase after straight girls, and they really cause a bad name for lesbians. That is a very, very minute group of lesbians that may do that. And usually those are lesbians who suffer from internalized homophobia. They are constantly seeking the validation of straight girls because they're not comfortable in accepting their truth as lesbians. And they usually will chase after straight girls, or they will only try to be with straight girls because they're not accepting of themselves, and they really don't even consider dating other women who are same-sex attracted, whether they're lesbian women or bisexual women or pansexual women. And that's because they have self-hatred. Now, I will say that those lesbians, if a straight girl has had a encounter with those type of lesbians where they've been chased down by these lesbians and they've told them, "I'm not gay, I'm not interested," and this lesbian didn't listen and still stepped over their boundaries, I 100% can understand when a heterosexual woman experiences that type of scenario with a lesbian. However, that is very rare. It's very uncommon. But I'm not really talking about that type of situation where it's an insecure lesbian who doesn't love herself and all she does is chase after heterosexual women because she doesn't feel like she's worthy of love unless a heterosexual woman pays her attention. I am not referring to that type of scenario in this video message. I'm referring to when straight girls or heterosexual females, when they don't have any real reason to despise a lesbian. They have not been approached by a lesbian inappropriately, or they haven't experienced any sexual harassment or harassment by lesbians. They've never really had any real interactions or conversations or even friendships with lesbians. Their reactions towards lesbians is very negative because of their own misconstrued, invalid interpretations and misguided views about lesbians. For example, I am a certified life coach and I identify as a lesbian. I speak to many women who are same-sex attracted. As a disclaimer, life coaching is confidential and I am only speaking in general terms, never about any one person or person's situation. In general, I have heard various accounts where lesbians had very serious, destructive encounters with heterosexual women, to the point where many lesbians had to make major adjustments in their lives, such as if they were in college or university, they had to transfer to another school, or if they were in a work environment, they had to transfer to other job sites, or completely uprooting themselves in order to have safety and peace of mind. They were targeted by heterosexual females or straight girls who were homophobic. I will briefly give you 2 to 3 scenarios that lesbians unfortunately experience with very calloused, manipulating straight girls. One scenario would be if a heterosexual woman knows or she discovers that a woman is a lesbian, if she's like in an environment like, let's say, college, and sometimes you have these group projects that you work on in college or university. Say like you're working on this group project and the straight girl notices that the lesbian never flirts with her. She never gives her much attention. The lesbian's polite. She's interactive with the project. She does her schoolwork and she engages with the group as a professional student. However, because the straight girl has this false idea of how lesbians operate, she's offended that this lesbian is not flirting with her, that she's not coming on to her in a sexual way. And because this irritates the straight girl, she will want to cause issues with the lesbian. So maybe she resorts to get the group to go against the lesbian. Maybe she falsely reports the lesbian to her school instructor. She does whatever she can in order to penalize the lesbian because she's offended that she's not getting any attention from the lesbian. Another scenario could be a lesbian actually compliments a heterosexual straight female. And because the straight girl knows that this is a lesbian, she immediately goes into attack mode. she thinks that the lesbian wants to sleep with her, and she begins to verbally insult the lesbian. She may create a scene. She'll do whatever she can to put the lesbian in harm's way. And this actually is real life situations that lesbians go through. They've been in situations where if they are just being polite and kind to a woman, it's misinterpreted as the lesbian is trying to sexually harass a woman. And this is all deriving from the fact that straight girls have this very misconstrued view of how lesbians are. And here's a third scenario. A third scenario will be a straight girl looking on from a vicarious view of a lesbian couple, and she just doesn't understand why they're together because she thinks that all women are losers. She doesn't understand the point of being a lesbian, and she looks at lesbians being able to get along as some type of strange union. She's the kind of straight girl who will say, I don't understand lesbians because I can't stand women. That would annoy me to have to be around a woman all day. Women are just terrible. I can't stand women. I don't have women friends. I only have male friends. She has that kind of mindset. And so she will pick on a lesbian, or she will be very antagonizing towards a lesbian couple because she doesn't see it as a real relationship. And she thinks that being in a lesbian relationship is a waste of time. It makes no sense. It has no value. And this derives from the fact that she has a poor self-image of her own self. She doesn't look at women in a positive light. These type of straight girls are extremely male-centered. And since I'm a lesbian and I'm a femme lesbian, a lot of people don't know that I'm a lesbian. And I can hear the conversations that these straight girls have about lesbians. And it is extremely disturbing. I will choose my battles. There are certain times that I will hear what you say about lesbians and I am MIA. You'll be wondering what happened to Giselle. Other times I will speak up and I will let you know that I am a lesbian and that you're talking about me. And the terror in their face, the shock, you wouldn't even be able to forget. They look like they want to crawl up under a rock. There are many women who are straight, who are heterosexual, and they do not know how to take a compliment. They don't. It's like if you compliment them, they instantly think that you want to sleep with them. It's like their mind is always in the gutter. And this is how they treat lesbians. So they become outraged and offended and become paranoid. And this is why straight girls say lesbians are disgusting. If a woman compliments another woman respectfully, you ought to be glad that you are receiving a compliment, because nobody has to compliment you. And also you need to think of it in this way. A woman finds you physically attractive. What is the crime in that? If you are a heterosexual woman, if you are confident in your own skin, why does it disturb you that a lesbian will compliment you? If anything, you should just be thankful, smile, and go on about your day. And to the lesbians who do give compliments, they are confident. And don't ever allow a heterosexual woman to project her insecurity on you to where you feel like you are the problem, because you are not. When a woman is a lesbian and she knows who she is, she's confident, and she compliments a woman, or if she approaches a woman, expresses her attraction or interest in a woman who is straight, she doesn't really know you're straight. She's just attracted to you. There's nothing wrong with that. If she's not touching you inappropriately, she's not harassing you, that's the way life is. Women will approach women. You just are thinking, since you're straight, that only a man should approach you, and maybe you're mad because men are not approaching you. But maybe you should be glad that a lesbian is approaching you. Straight girls who think like this, in their mind, they're saying, oh, I haven't been complimented in so long. I really am glad that she complimented me, but I'm freaked out. I better act like I don't like it. I'm going to go off and I'm going to make a scene. Ew, I don't understand why a girl would want to be with another girl. It's disgusting. And women are losers. I don't get along with women. I don't see how a woman could be with another woman every single day. That would just drive me mad, because women suck. I don't have women as friends. I only have male friends. I could never be a lesbian because you have to be around a girl all day. That would just ruin my life. These are the kind of statements and opinions that they have about lesbians. And what this reveals to me about straight girls is that they have very low self-esteem. They have a poor self-image of themselves because they think very low about being a woman. Because how you feel about yourself is also how you feel about other people who are like you. And I don't mean that a lesbian is like a straight woman. What I mean is what you have in common is you are both women, or you are both of the female sex. But a straight girl who thinks lesbians are disgusting and they love to demonize lesbians, they will never introspect. Instead, they will think that they're doing the world a good service by hating on lesbians. After all, straight girls like this have to do something to make themselves feel good. And they don't realize that they're actually making themselves look really bad. They're caught up in heterosexual supremacy. And this is one reason why lesbians do not interact with most straight women, because of the unnecessary drama that they start. Straight girls, they love to demonize lesbians, but they have no valid reason for doing so. And this is why there's so many issues that women have with other women. And they need to really work on themselves, because this actually will devastate their life, if not in the short term, in the long term. And the reason being is it's more so about who you are, your own character as a straight girl, than it is about your thoughts or feelings about lesbians. Because those lesbian women, whether they are single or if they're in a relationship with another woman, they're going to live their life. But you will have this ongoing inner turmoil, inner demons that are attacking you. But you think that you are justified in attacking lesbians, when really What goes around comes around. What you give out is what you get in return. So make sure that you clean up your inner demons, and then you won't be so offended about what lesbians are doing or what they're not doing. And you can make your space a little bit more pleasant. I am Giselle Wallace, certified gay life coach and author. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share this video message. Do you want your own personal life coach? I'm here for you. Contact me for a consultation. My website is www.gisellewallace.com.